Well, everyone, I'm here today after doing a very significant rollback to tell you that, you know what, even junior admins make mistakes every once in a while. The thing is, this house was very, very badly griefed, and, the thing is, I happened to get a result from Logblock that said that the person who destroyed that particular part of the house was Nick Lolo something or other. So I decided, okay, I'll roll back the entire area, and since I didn't know exactly when, because the timings are a bit messed up on the rollback logs, I just said, you know what, let's do it 7 days, area 20, that kind of thing. And what it ended up happening, you see, was that Nick Lolo wasn't the griefer. He actually was the builder. Yeah, I had rolled back a few other people who did 745 blocks of damage, you know, 125 here, and actually the 125 was the more significant one, funny enough. But, you see, when I rolled back the house, the entire house disappeared. Because, of course, it was just a simple matter of names. You've always, gotta check, who exactly it is, you know, for certain beforehand. Now, I don't know, I just saw that, that he'd broken part by the door, you know, the wood was gone, so I figured, okay, he's the one that griefed the house. And, you know, simple mistake, boom, and it's all gone. Thankfully, there is a command, which was, I'll type it in now for all you guys to know it here, it was LB redo the player name, and then I just inputted the same thing that I'd done before, area, and that sort of thing. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm up here on the roof. Well, because when I redid the whole house, it changed it quite a bit considerably. For one thing, World Edit's a wonderful tool to help build houses and things. There's just some ways the data isn't exactly ideal. As you might be able to tell, when it comes to stairs, it codes them the same way all the time. So when the house came back to normal, all the stairs ended up facing that way for some reason. And if you will notice at this particular house, which is the builder decided to make all the roof completely out of wood stairs, the reason it looks so wonky, that was me. The entire roof right now, like this massive roof, which seems to be full of holes. No, all the stairs are simply facing that direction. So, a big hearty sorry to the guy. Literally, this roof didn't exist about 5 minutes ago, due to all the rolling back I had to do. I guess technically that means that maybe the guy who built the house was the one that griefed it, since they live together, but again, I can't exactly ban a guy for tearing his own house to pieces, even if they live together. But the best I can do is, you know what, here's the house. Actually, who am I kidding? You know what I'm doing right here? I'm actually doing better than the best I can do, because I'm going to manually, using, well, I can't use World Edit to set all the stairs, like I said. I can't use World Edit to set them back, because they'll all be facing the same way. I already tried it as a safeguard. No, it was a horrible idea. I don't even know why that water's inside the house, but anyway. Anyway. Hey, just fixing the roof. Yeah, I'm probably going to tell them in a little bit that the reason the roof got so screwed up was because of rolling it back, and that I'm being a nice guy by fixing it by hand. But the thing is, it honestly was my bad on this case. And I feel sort of bad for that. Again, like I said, World Edit can't help you. Thank goodness for creative mode. It's a bit annoying, but... Oh good, Luo's here. Yeah, the stairs, when I rolled back, came back backwards. It's not very funny, but I'm just Sometimes people say, "Hey Fwipp, how come you're so busy all the time?" Well, you know, I really am a bit sad right now, but, you know. Yeah, Mr. Waffles 27 was the guy that broke part of the house. Again, I thought it was Nick Lolo, and it might have been in part, but... Luo, I know you can't hear me now, but yeah, I mean, you're a great guy, but it would be more helpful if, you fixed the part that I wasn't already fixing. Especially since there's a lot... Man, I'm getting bad at typing. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd mention, at least in this case, you know, when it comes to the PvP server, I'm a player just like anyone. And when it comes to having to fix somebody's house, you know, the guy who built this house in the first place, I mean, they put it all by hand, so they certainly deserve me to come back and do it all, myself. I mean, put all that whole gobbledygook in your head that you probably might have of, well, respect authority and all that, because like I said, I'm, you know, I'm just a regular guy behind the whole thing, really, aren't I? I'm Mr. Fwipp, you know? I do what I can, and I help who I can, and it gets really crazy sometimes, but you know what? In the end, I'm just keep that in mind. Oh boy, Nicolo's back. Yeah, his chest got screwed up. Yeah, Nick, a little accident with the rollback on my part. I'll replace your items. What did you lose? Like I said, I rolled him back, and it was the wrong person. Diamonds, okay? How many? Again, I am in charge of the economy. Yes. Well, Powerpuff's chests would only be empty if Nicolo had actually put them there. I wish I could explain a little bit better than I've already done to them, but I mean... Okay, that's not... Okay, that's fine. Like I said, you've got to have a lot of patience in this job, and you do what you can, really. And in fact, it's not even a job, because, you know, we don't get anything for it, really. I mean, people love you when you'll do whatever you can for them, eh? So what did he lose? Lots of wood and glass. Okay, so let's say I wood 128, maybe. I glass. I moss cobble. I moss stone brick. Is that a different block? No, it's not. Thankfully, I have the too many items mod and creative mode, so I'll just... Where's mossy stone brick? I probably passed it already. All I care about right now is fixing whatever that guy said, and honestly, since it was such my bad to have to screw up this roof this badly, I'm fine with that. Okay. And I am in charge of fixing the economy, and honestly, a stack and a half of diamonds isn't honestly that bad. There we go. Especially considering the diamond block. Someone could conceivably buy this at the shop. NFC of Nicolo. Yes, it is now in your inventory. Hello? Yes, it is. Okay. Like I said, this little bit here is my screw up. And the best I can do now is fix it. But you know what? I'm gonna include this in a video because, you know, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. They sure like to be hard on you sometimes when you do make them. But I mean, you know, you do what you can, right? I just broke the wrong piece of wood there, but what's one piece of wood compared to a whole building? A lot if it was his design. You see, like when I design houses personally, every block has a place, everything has a reason. Alright, Luo's got this row apparently, that's fine. Sort of. If I'm quiet right now, it's because I do kind of feel bad about it, but at the same time, when he starts saying stuff like, oh yeah, I lost 35 iron blocks, it sort of... It's sort of weird, you know? And because that Eland guy is kind of spamming me right now because he wants a prefix because he can't donate in real life. I understand, buddy, but is a prefix really, really so important? Goodness me, I would walk around. You know what? I was on this server for a long time. Okay. And you know what? Oh wow, thank you, buddy, for saying that I fixed your house because I feel like I screwed it up really big time. Again. Boom, all at once the house was gone, and then I redid it, and I mean, it fixed, but, you know. Two more rows and then I'm done. That's not so bad. Well, this side of the roof anyway. But yeah, you gotta wonder, I mean, how much is true, how much is not. But really, if happiness, if all it takes, hopefully, is 35 iron blocks, then who am I to deny that? You know? Like, you gotta... I mean, sure, you could be suspicious of people, but I find it's a lot better to, for the most part, believe exactly in what they're saying. You know, give everyone the benefit of the doubt kind of thing, first of all. Or at least until you get both sides of the story on any issue, pretty much. If somebody says they've been griefed by someone, honestly go and check. But, you know, don't take people's words for things until you can prove it. Is generally how I deal with things, by the way. For that matter, when it comes to people in-person disputes, because sometimes people are like, oh, well, he's bullying me in real life. Well, the only thing, you know, I can't even really deal with that here, can I? Except say, I hope you guys get along, this is a game, you know, maybe grow up, because, you know, bullies are people with severe self-esteem issues, who don't have a place in life, that kind of thing. Please excuse me while I harp on bullies. I do admit I did have some experience with that in my youth. You might as well just call me a jester. You know, it's funny enough, you guys, out there watching this video right now, if I intend to include this, but I must admit, my parlor tricks are amusing. No, I must admit, I am the strange kind of creature that lives almost in absolute symbolism. You know, everything, absolutely everything can have multiple meanings. you know, almost an artistic form. I don't know if what I'm saying makes quite sense right now. I mean, it is 1:12 a.m. on a St. Patrick's Day night. I've only had one thing to drink, honestly, and it was a lovely creamy vodka thing. French vanilla, actually, if it is common knowledge probably by now that I am absolutely addicted to the flavor of vanilla. Like, it's absolutely delicious. Um, 128. Oh, we're fixing it the best we can. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, you're probably thinking, whoa, wait a minute, Fwipp, what's that? It was St. Patrick's Day, and you drank, what again? Yes, a lovely creamy vodka thing, and only one of them. And I will tell you honestly, I am the kind of guy who doesn't enjoy drinking. I am the kind of guy who thinks that beer, tastes bitter and, fairly disgusting, for that matter, and I enjoy things that taste sweet. I'm glad Elandsman is leaving. I was about 5 seconds away from kicking him for bothering me. Anyway, it's just one of those times of night where people are like, the more I ask people, like, why is it that when you assume that a guy says no, that if you just ask him enough and he'll change his mind? Oh, it was mostly my fault, Luo. I'm glad that he cares about me, though. That's really nice. He probably doesn't know exactly that it was my complete fault. But you know what? Just a nice voice like that makes a world of difference. Anyway, back on topic, just for the hell of it, as long as I'm here changing stairs for no reason. Yeah. Why don't I like beer? I never have, okay? Maybe rye isn't that bad, but honestly, I taste it and I'm like, yick. You know, I'm the kind of guy who likes sweet-tasting things, okay? Accept it. I know I have, because, I buy what I like. And I like vanilla, you know? I'm gonna drink White Russians. You know? I'm gonna have Irish cream. Okay? If you offer me rum and coke, I'm going to drink maybe half of it, and I'm not going to actually enjoy it. Do I like wine? No. Well, not really. I mean, maybe sort of. I mean, I like pina coladas, and I don't care what people think, because that's me. You know, I'm not going to drink something disgusting because society says that it's, the male guy is someone who should drink something that tastes like he's putting a nail through his foot. You know? I need to drink something that smells like it's nail polish. Oh, society, you're just a funny little bastard, aren't you? For trying to make me feel bad for being who I am. Aren't you? Aren't you? You're delicious, aren't you? Unlike your beer. Your beer's disgusting. Everybody in the entire world. To me. Because you know what, everybody on the internet? It's okay to have different opinions. Yay! Get it? Hilarious, isn't it? Ah, I'm ranting now, aren't I? I don't care. This is the late night episode with Mr. Fwipp Deathspeeder. The guy who said, you know what? The easiest way to make a last name is to put two cool things together. And it'll make sense, right? You know, he said, I'm going to be Captain Original. How am I going to be Captain Original? Well, I'm going to make up a sound, and I'm going to spell the name how it would make it look cooler. Let's see, how about, Fwipp? Yeah, and let's add a second P, because that works. If you did not know, I invented this name when I was 13. If you also did not know, I am now 22. So, that's a bit off of 13. But it doesn't matter. That's just me. And if you watch my videos, why not just get to know me a little bit more, eh? Presumably, if you've gotten this far into my rambling, you find it interesting. And you know what else? I think I'm interesting too, or I wouldn't be how I am. In fact, you know what, guys? While I'm here, I might as well say, what exactly is Fwippianism, huh? You all probably are like, you know, oh, it's totally a game, isn't it, Mr. Fwipp? Well, as I said, I'm a guy who's really into symbology and things like that, so yeah, it is. But you know what? Life's a game, so it's my life. What is Fwippianism? It literally is pretty much my own personal religion. We might as well. Wow, there's a lot of stairs I have to fix here. Hooey. Anyway, yeah, it might as well be my own personal religion, but it's not exactly the kind of thing that's on here. No, it sort of is. I mean, I do actually have an edited cross. That's an F. But the reason for that isn't because I'm trying to say F you to religion. It's because I'm trying to say, you know what? In my background, I was a United Protestant, and you know what? Eventually, I just kind of came in my own ways to decide that that wasn't exactly my thing anymore. And I decided to kind of create my own. So, it's kind of like a separate branch. Do you get it? It's even expressed physically. A different branch of my own religion. That's completely unique, and I made up. But, as is most things, who's to say that things that are made up aren't real? Remember, everybody, I'm also an actor, you know? I have a lot of probably different philosophies than you, perhaps. But my philosophies all fit together in my own personal universe. So this all works, you know? In fact, I kind of believe that things that you believe, you know, might as well be true. In fact, you know, the funny thing is, to me, I don't even care if there is a God in my own little personal belief system, because I've decided that if there was a God, and there doesn't have to be, that the path I'm taking is one that he would accept if, you know, he or she, it would accept if there was one. So to me, I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep on doing my thing, because I'm the kind of guy who's got good intentions, you know. My goal, pretty much, you might as well say, because everything's got a goal, right? I mean, what's the goal of conventional religion? Who the hell knows? To me, it was, your entire community gets together, sings a few songs, and then asks, you know, how's the wife? How's the family? What's going on there, eh? Who's going off to college? That sort of thing. It was just a basic communal thingamajiggy. Anyway, for me now, it's more of a personal spirituality, because I believe that the important thing is becoming an actualized individual, because I believe the biggest and most imposing question in the universe to answer is, who are you? I believe that is the most difficult one of all. I mean, you try to figure out stuff about the world. Really? Try and figure out who you are and where you're going and exactly what you're supposed to do. Remember, guys, I'm an actor. I can be whoever I want to be if I have to. You know? Social situations. Pretty much, you might as well say that, oh, what the hell is that guy messaging there? Tom Cruise. I always want to be like Evil. Oh, dear God. I'm just gonna say right now, I don't like where this is going. I know what you're doing, and I advise you turn around. That should freak him out enough to not want to totally grief the server, because he was about to do that friggin' thing that I've had to fix at least twice now. And the one time on the PvP server where I didn't fix it at all. Anyway, what was I saying? Something about self-actualization of the individual. I just mean, live life and thinking like, what do you have to do to become the kind of person that you want to be? I mean, you can talk about mysteries about why are there pyramids. How about the bigger message of, what you're supposed to do, who you are really, and who you should be. I think it all really comes down to having your own personal morality, first of all. But, there's just so much into that's kind of what I'm doing, I guess, as though it's that, hey, Jesus eats kids. The funnier thing, besides the wackiness of your username, is that you are now on Mr. Fwipp's Candid Cam. Yes. By the way, I only had one thing to drink today, as long as we're talking about that. It just does get horribly repetitive placing staircases, but in my mind of minds, I do decide that by doing this radically meaningless, futile task, this one user probably is never going to see me again, probably is never going to remember my name, probably doesn't even realize the significance of me putting all these stairs back hand by hand. There are currently... Watch. I mean, earlier there was 1,000, now there's, 200 more. How many mod requests is that in a day, then? 250? I tell you, it's not a lot of fun being a mod here, but you do what you do. Because you can. I should probably put up a video sometime, I will actually, of saying, oh my god, Luo, you are a god among men for doing that so fast. Or I just suck with creative mode in the current fly mod I have. That too. But, you know what? It was my idea to fix the damn house. And I didn't ask for your help. And you showed up out of nowhere as an amazing person. So thank you so much. I have to say, you are a godsend. Whether or not there is one, because that's something everybody says. It's just a common name. Now, is the whole thing done? Perfecto. As long as we're going on religion. Did I read the Bible myself? Not really, but I went through the entire Sunday school thingamajig. So I might as well say, my opinion of it at the moment doesn't even matter, because you're all probably going to be harassing me in the comments right now for being honest with myself. Well, you know what? If you are, and that's what you like to do, go on to comment boards and bug the shit out of me. Well, good for you. Maybe I just won't respond to you. It doesn't matter. Please enjoy my videos. Anyway, everybody's entitled to their opinion. In fact, the funny thing was, I knew a guy on the internet who said that in his opinion, hippies didn't exist. And then, come to think of it, we spent quite a deal of time convincing him, no, that was actually wrong. There's a difference between opinion and there's a difference between facts. There was an entire movement, there was a whole bunch of other stuff. No, man. You're amazing. I mean, I don't know, he was just like, his argument was, everyone's entitled to his opinion, so my opinion is that hippies don't exist. And we were just like, that doesn't work, because your opinion is something that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying the Titanic never was real. There are facts to back that up. Well, then again, there is quite a widespread opinion right now that man never actually made it to the moon. That NASA staged the entire thing. But you know what? I'm Canadian, and it doesn't affect me whatsoever whether we got to the moon or not. Because we got a giant arm up there. Hello! It can wave. I'm sorry, reality is too strange to even think about me being a guy who helps people in a game where you place blocks, and that some people ruin other people's fun by destroying blocks and bothering to hack in a friggin' game where trees don't fall over, there's giant black stick men that move blocks around like you do, and a broken pig model kamikazes you to death. Look, Minecraft is weird, but it's weirder what people do here. I haven't even been paying attention. I wonder who that guy I preemptively kicked, what happened to him. In fact, let's TP to Billboard. That's what his name was, right? It was like Billboard something. Oh, I didn't give Nicolo his, things. Okay, billboard is... Wait, Nick logged out. Damn it! Okay, that's no problem. I'll just go back to his house and shove it all in his frickin' chest. No, I didn't mean Nick Candelaria, whoever you are. You're not the person I meant whatsoever. Okay. So, let's just fly around, find the house again, and put the whole gobble back. Oh boy. Do you guys like me rambling, actually? Please mention it, or I won't do it again! If you do mention that, hey, you know what? I like getting to know the real Fwipp, even if he's a little crazy. You know what? Being crazy is another word for being interesting. You're welcome! No, I'm kidding. I know I'm not crazy. I've talked to myself quite a lot on the subject, and that's the conclusion that I and my alternate personalities have come up with each and every single time. So I'm quite certain that I'm not crazy. Science proves it. And by science, I mean the majority of the voices in my head. That's not true. I don't have voices in my head. They come from beneath my fingernails. And now I'm just playing around with you guys. Just because I can. You know, that's the thing when you've got super admitted powers of excellence. I'm just kidding. There's no point. There's no point. I've got the ability to blow up everything if I wanted to, but part of the point of having it all is that you don't. Isn't that funny and backwards? You want to have a good time using Shift Fireball, stuff like that, but you can't because the reason you've got it is because people trust you not to do crazy stuff like that. Well, anyway. All I'm going to say there is, you know what? Doing what I can. And kick Elan's man. For what's the message I put in now that you've bothered me far too much? For you don't get the rules, do you? Please don't bother me. I know that sounds harsh, but he's been literally harassing me for the last good little while about having a prefix without donating because, oh my gosh, please make a special case for me. I mean, yeah, what's the big deal with a prefix, Captain? There's specific reasons why we say don't ask for trusted or you won't get it, because this is why people will spam message the moderators until they get what they want. I'm going to name it Yasuki Syndrome after the reason why he got banned from Skyblock. Did I say that out loud? My bad, but it's true. I really wasn't impressed with that, but what can I say? People are people. It's funny, because right there, Mr. .fuk, you think that mass messaging still works. Nope, we got a new plugin, and it doesn't work at all. It just messages to whoever's got an A in the front of their name. Okay, LB rollback player, Super Snoopy Bark, area 10 cents. Let's make it. Type it in right, Mr. Fwipp, or it won't go through. 192 blocks down, yes. Good. And this was banned, Mr. Waffles. I guess because I rolled back the house twice, maybe the grief still remains. Ooh, these guys griefed quite a lot, didn't they? And sometimes it doesn't go through the first time. You gotta be patient. Sometimes it does. Rollback finished, and no, I don't want to do the log. See, that time it didn't go through at all, because as you can tell... Wait, that guy created the thin glass. Really? You griefed them after you built it? Really? Oh well, that Super Snoopy guy. What was his name again? I don't even freaking know. I know that you can do it with Bedrock, but I prefer to do it with Woodpick because that's how I learned it a long time ago. Oh shit, Fluff's celebrating St. Patrick's Day, eh? Raise the freaking roof. I am partly Irish. You know what? I'm pretty sure if everyone looked back into their heritage, a lot of people are just partly Irish. But you know what? What is the point of celebrating St. Patrick's Day? Because when they say that, what is St. Patrick's famous for? Banishing the snakes out of Ireland. Isn't snakes another name for a certain kind of people who are oppressing them? Like, you know, I don't know who it was personally, and I'm not gonna unquote history because I'm gonna sound like a total jerk to whoever I claim that was. You know what? You do it right now. Go to Wikipedia. Heck, don't edit it and put in something else, because you could conceivably do that. Wikipedia is completely irrational. Don't trust them, whatever. But you do it anyway because it's the internet. Little quirks like that are what make people people. And make me a vermicious canid. Seriously though, guys, read Roald Dahl. He's great. And a number of other wonderful authors too. Can you tell I volunteered in elementary school for a while? Lol. Anyway, I suppose I might as well cut this video short here before I ramble on about more stuff you don't need to know. Anyway, this was the case of Fwipp and the rollback house that didn't go good whatsoever. Who the hell cares? Don't you glitch out on me right now, chunk error. I remember what it used to look like. Holy holes everywhere, and not a drop to fix. Ooh, speaking of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, you guys should listen to that and then compare the two to the actual poem. I did that in fine literature class. Can you tell I'm an English major much? Ha ha ha. Anyway, it's all been good. Maybe I'll go visit what the other guys are doing on TeamSpeak, because if you didn't know the rule of law, if you are Fwipp and it's after 12, you go a little bit crazy. Robert Munch style. Really? Really, Fwipp? Really? Yeah, fine. What the hell? Yes, I do. Anyway, it's partially fun, partially crazy, and I enjoy it. So, have a good night, everybody. From me to you, this is Fwipp. This is the craziest episode I've probably put up in a while, and I'm going to do it anyway because I can. Have a good, happy St. Patrick's Day. Screw you all. I mean, good night, and good morning, and good day. Everybody out there in internet land. Enjoy!